Now, listen, you guys, the dads are fighting, and personally, I'm here for all of that mess. We're gonna talk about the Rory Mao and Demaaris situation and why they are crashing out on Twitter Spaces. Meanwhile, Mao is out there excusing Rory's inexcusable behavior when it comes to black women, and we're also gonna be discussing about Vlad and DJ Akademiks dogpiling on Rory during such times. And personally, I'm here for all that show. We're also going to be discussing about Bongo 2 wanting to headline the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, well, Nicki is getting vindicated yet again. There are a couple of blogs that we're running a full story and only for everything to be debunked the following day. Now, these are some of the things that we'll be discussing in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, let's talk about this entire Nicki Minaj story. So, a couple of days ago, 2 days ago, I think, a couple of blogs were running around writing false narratives, basically presenting a story as if Nicki Minaj got dumped by her former lawyer, as if the lawyer didn't want anything to do with Nicki Minaj. And they were insinuating a lot of things in those articles, which led some fans to say that, well, these lawyers are dropping her because, well, she retweeted that White House video that was using her audio. So they were basically insinuating that, well, the lawyers are dropping her because they do not want to deal with her and because she's now, according to them, affiliated with Trump, which is absolutely ridiculous, okay? And then they also went further to make it look like it's Nicki Minaj's loss that that lawyer is no longer representing her in that same lawsuit. However, they all forgot, well, conveniently left out the part where the lawyer explicitly said that, well, there are no ill feelings between himself and Nicki Minaj and that he still wishes her well. Now, this is what the man said, and allow me to quote that. He said, after I won a dismissal of Tamir Peake's defamation lawsuit against Nicki Minaj in New Jersey, I declined the opportunity to represent her when Peake refiled it in New York. My decision was unrelated to any concern about the merits of Peake's claims. I have no doubt that this complaint is entirely dubious and that Nicki did nothing wrong. And this is the part that all of these publications that were running around trying to paint a narrative conveniently left out. It is also to note that while the publication that first wrote about the story is a publication that is well known for writing sweet articles about Fraudulent Nation and not so sweet articles about people that Fraudulent Nation doesn't get along with. I shall not mention that publication by name, but I'm sure you guys know which publication exactly I am talking about. Now, fast forward to today, everything is getting debunked. And at this point, I'm just like, when are people actually going to get tired? When? It is also to note that one of the blogs that were at the forefront of writing this narrative is none other than its own site. And you guys know that, well, it is heavily affiliated. The founder is none other than Rah Ali. And honestly, it's rather pathetic to see her being like this. And she's not even trying to hide the bias. It's rather shameful when an op, when a friend turns into an op so quickly. But then again, this woman did the same thing to Rah Ali, to Remy Ma. So I'm not really surprised at the end of the day when I look at it. It just goes to show how daft and how quick she is to switch up. After Nicki Minaj paid her no mind after that so-called open letter, I don't know what she thought that letter was going to do. People paid it dust. It didn't trend as she expected. And so now she's moving heavily on her blog to try and spite Nicki Minaj out of spite. And she would be crazy to think that that bot-filled blog would have any actual impact on Nicki Minaj's legacy. At least if the blog was authentic, I mean, I would understand. But according to allegations from people that work with her in the blogging world like that, the likes of Tasha K, the likes of Kyle. Well, Tasha did make it clear that a lot of bloggers do feel like that site is filled with bots. So I don't know what she was expecting to achieve from that smear campaign on Nicki Minaj. That being said, let's talk about the recent developments of that particular story because, well, the source is coming out and basically giving us the actual tea about what went on. And this is what the source had to say about this. They said, while Nicki Minaj has secured an important legal win in her ongoing defamation case, despite widespread false claims circulating online that she was facing new legal trouble. Many media outlets quoted Us Weekly, which claimed her longtime lawyer, Jude Bernstein, had dropped her and left her to face a 10 million legal storm solo. The narrative was false, painting Minaj as problematic and suggesting her career was at risk. Okay, they're basically debunking everything. And they also went ahead to let us know that, well, it seems like Nikki has decided to work with a different team, which is not the narrative that these guys were pushing out there. They were literally trying to make it seem like Nicki Minaj is desperate for legal representation. And I'm just like, the lawyers that I know, they wouldn't drop a client just because, well, she spoke smack about somebody or she said something on Twitter. Like, that's not how lawyers work. Okay, as long as you've got the coins, trust me, they will represent you. She will never run out of lawyers to represent her. Like, that's one thing for sure. And allegedly she has managed to secure a new legal team, which is why that other lawyer is not going to be representing her when it comes to this case. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this Nicki Minaj tea, okay? And why? What do you think Rah Ali is trying to achieve with the smear campaign? Does she truly believe that, well, anything would change in as far as her legacy is concerned? Anyway, let's move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Let us talk about Bongo 2. It seems like Bongo 2 is out there trying to distract people from what's going on with the case with Milagro, where clearly something is going on. Everything that Bongo 2 requests, she gets. But anything that Milagros lawyers request, they don't get. So at this point, it's a lot of nonsense that people are beginning to pick up on in as far as that case is concerned. So, of course, she conveniently decided to come out here unprovoked to tell us that, well, she would be willing to headline the Super Bowl, to perform at the Super Bowl. And honestly, I'm just looking and I'm like, which year is that going to be? Like, you're talking about headlining at the Super Bowl with what songs, really? Besides Watashi wa Flop, what else is she going to sing on there? Like, imagine her being on the Super Bowl stage singing "My Hoo Ha Depressed," "My Hoo Ha." Like, what are you doing? What is this? But anyway, let me know in the comment section where do you think that came from, that whole I want to perform at the Super Bowl thing. Do you think that, well, it's probably a deflection, or do you think that something is going on? And there's also a lot of things going on in as far as Bongo 2's life is concerned with her boyfriend. Sports fans are out there blaming her for the misperformance or the poor performance of her boyfriend. Now, in as much as I know that she might not be the right candidate for the Super Bowl, I'm not just going to be sitting here and blame Klay not being able to play well on her. Like, this is something that I already expressed. I don't think that it's got anything to do with her. People who do follow sport religiously, they're saying that, well, this man has not been doing well even way before Bongo 2. But maybe, just maybe, if there's dark energy surrounding another person, it can escalate your own issues. But to make it seem like it's a Bongo 2 issue is crazy. And so it seems like the boyfriend is coming through, basically defending what the guys at Hoping and Hollering had to say about his girlfriend. And this is what he had to say. He said, referring to my GF as a hoo-ha is so disgusting and disturbing. Okay. Especially from someone who played in the NBA. How would you feel if I referred to your wives in such a way? Do better, fellas. Very disappointing. So allegedly Bongo 2 was called a hoo-ha. Uh, by people that do comment on sports, and it seems like Klay Thompson is not here for that nonsense. And at this point, I'm just like, it seems like they really are in love, and people are even whispering that they might actually be married, given that the man now calls her Megan Pete Thompson. But anyway, let's move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. And this is the part that I've been waiting for. Now, call me, be it 3 a.m., be it 1 a.m., be it 2 a.m., whenever the dads are fighting, wake me the F up because I have the energy for that, okay? I do not care how hectic my day might have been. I do not care how hectic that season may be for me. And as far as work is concerned, whenever you see the dads fighting, call me. Call me if the dads are out there fighting. So, you know what? Rory, Mao, and Demaaris are getting eaten up on Twitter. They are literally cooking these guys. And all this is stemming from Rory saying some rather ridiculous things about black women a couple of years ago. Now, I'm not even going to repeat some of the things that this man was saying. This man was coming for Blue. This man, Blue Ivy, yeah. This man was coming for Blue. This man was coming for, black women. He had so much to say. And people are calling the hypocrisy in them trying to crucify Tyler, the creator, for what he had to say about also dark skinned women back in the day. I mean, just the previous episode of their podcast, they were talking about Tyler, the creator, and they were always talking about don't disrespect black women. Oh my God. And you know how Demaaris gets? She gets really emotional. You would think that she's a saint that fell from heaven. And the surprising part is when it came to Rory, none of those two people, both Mao and that girl Demaaris, were holding Rory accountable. And this explains to me why Demaaris is the way that she is when it comes to black women. I've always noticed that she has this heavy animosity towards dark skinned women, towards black women. But when it comes to people like Advovo BBL, she doesn't have anything negative to say. I've known Demaaris for being a Nicki Minaj hater. Like she has all this energy, bitter, aggressive, all of these things. Oh my God, this. But when it comes to Advovo BBL, it's all light-hearted to her, no matter how ridiculous, she sounds on Twitter. It's always, oh my God, she's just being her. She's defending herself. Oh my God, this and that, this and that. So I was shocked when I saw the energy that this woman had towards Tyler, the creator, and seeing how she's been behaving when Advovo BBL is being held accountable for the things that she has said about black women. It's like I'm just looking at her like, Demaaris, do you remember what she said the last pod? It seems like she's suffering from amnesia or something like that. Okay, that's what it is giving. I'm not saying she has amnesia, but I'm saying that it's very much giving amnesia. It's like this episode she's pro defend protect black women, the next episode, because it's someone that she doesn't want to hold accountable, she acts like she doesn't even understand what's going on. And so people were out there calling her out on Twitter Spaces for defending Rory because they all came in there, tried to make fun of the situation, trying to, make jokes of the situation. Oh my God, he's not like that. You're not like that. You're not horrible like that. And when I look at those people who put YT people on a pedestal like that, it's disgusting for me, honestly. I'm just looking at them like, I know you wouldn't have had the same energy had it been a black man who had said that. The way they were making excuses for Rory Demaaris. But Twitter ate her up to the point where she ended up deactivating her account. And I was like, okay, I'm seated, I'm watching, I'm looking, I'm enjoying this. Okay. Don't worry, I've got you covered. I will insert the Twitter, clips from the Twitter space where Rory was not taking any form of accountability. He thought he would literally be able to throw his way out of that. And it's rather sad. There was no accountability whatsoever on that Twitter space. It was just him clowning around trying to say, well, things were different back then. And I'm just looking at him like, sir, you were better off just saying, I'm sorry for what I said, and then just moving on. This is not a situation where you clown your way out of. You're gonna need more than just clowning your way out, or sarcasm. You're gonna need more. Anyway, that being said, one person who was waiting for this is obviously Akademiks. And when it comes to Akademiks, he does not know when to stop. He doesn't know when to draw the lines, okay? It seems like they've got issues, okay? Him and obviously Rory, to the point where Akademiks was calling him out, okay, talking about he sent some troll card to Akademiks' house, and Akademiks had sent some private investigators after Rory, and now Akademiks was releasing pictures of Rory at the park playing with his kid. And I'm like, Akademiks, where do you draw the, like, when do you, like, oh my god. I get it. I get it. You guys have got your issues going on, but I don't know, like the whole picture at the park situation. But then, if it's true that Rory was out there sending some threatening greeting cards to Akademiks' house, I guess all is fair in love and war. Because if that is true, then who am I to stop Akademiks? So just looking at both of them going in at each other, I'm just like, oh, the dads are fighting. What did Nicki Minaj say about the pigs? Something like that, okay? Having lipstick and stuff like that and playing in the mud. That being said, another dad who decided to also hop in that entire situation is none other than Vlad. Now, if you've been following me for a long time, you do know that I feel like Vlad is one of the key dads. Okay, I feel like there is a hierarchy when it comes to dadding. Okay, the first tier of dads, when it comes to bloggers and these media platforms, I would say that the first tier of dads is like Akademiks has downgraded. He used to be third tier, but he was able to come down to the first level, and that's him, because at times he can be objective, even though his objectivity came with him crossing paths with, of course, fraudulent nation. But I feel like he's now level one dad. Okay. And then level two dadding, we are looking at the likes of who is on level two, the likes of Joe Biden and his co-host. They are on level two. And then when it comes to the third level of dadding, that's where we are talking about the Vlads. That's where we're talking about the TMZs. That's where we're talking about the NG from the Shade Room. That's where we're talking about Rah Ali, recently upgraded. Charlamagne, Charlamagne is premium dad. Charlamagne and the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne and Vlad, those are the premium dads together with Elliot. Okay, I'm sorry, they are not third level. They are the last level, like the premium dadding. So I don't even like Vlad. But when he's coming for Rory like this, I'm just sitting and I'm like, okay, this is interesting and entertaining. So this is what Vlad had to say. He said, Rory spent years talking ish about me, trying to push the I am YT, but I'm not like Vlad narrative. He was right. Now everyone sees that Rory has always been our word towards black women. I'm nothing like him. And I'm just looking at Akademiks' tweet where he's saying, Rory, I ain't forget you, punk. Let me spin the blog one more time. And I'm just looking at this dad Twitter and I'm like, dad Twitter is absolutely lit right now. And honestly, I live and love to see the pigs fighting like this. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. After that Twitter space, Rory went on their podcast and he was trying to be sincere. Oh, I tried to apologize if. And you know how I feel each time somebody apologizes and says if. If what? These are the tweets that are on your Twitter handle. So how can you say if no, you did, you know what you did. So continuously saying if when you're apologizing, I feel like it takes away from the apology. And Mao was out there still trying to lead him astray. Let's see how all of this is going to play out, but at least now people know where the man stands. And I hope you guys understand that just because somebody has procreated with a black person doesn't mean that they are no longer the R word. And that's the argument that you guys try to use when it comes to Advovo BBL, that just because she has procreated with a black man, all of a sudden it means that her R wordedness is not there anymore. It doesn't work like that. But anyway, let me insert clips from the space as well as the Rory apology on the podcast, and let me know, you guys, if you think that is actually genuine, or like me, if you feel like it's still BS. I don't think that I'm going to be coming back after that, but I definitely am going to be rolling out another video. My sister was graduating from theological school, by the way. Yeah, my sister is graduating, so there's like a pre-graduation ceremony that we were attending. We have a pastor in the house, a pastor in the house. So that's why I wasn't able to upload yesterday and today, the preps and everything. And today we finally attended the pre-graduation thing. So my apologies for just disappearing on you just like that, you guys. We were in celebration mood. Until my next one, see you.
And like how much I hate black women and how I have specifically just targeted you in our company to make sure that you are devalued and never mind. I'm gonna chill.
Is this real outrage or is fake outrage? Like people really tripping right now?
Apparently,
Man, what y'all here talking about Rory? They canceling your ass?
yeah. No, I hate black women. I think all black women are ugly.
I've been trying to tell them that you felt that way.
Yeah, I hate them. I think all black women
I
are
can't wait to put that in my lawsuit.
ugly and disgusting. I only think white is the only pure beauty. As you know, as I tell you guys all the time, how much I love white women.
I don't know if you can really troll your way out of this one, man.
Who tried to get that point across to you.
No, I,
It
I
is
couldn't agree.
violence.
I couldn't agree more. With everything that you said. So
Thank you.
Hey, I
And
just
I
yeah,
wanted
and I
to.
hope better for you, Rory.
I couldn't agree more with everything that you said. My point the entire time has been saying I'm not apologizing for anyone that has said that I've called black women ugly or roaches. That's all I've said. I apologize for everything else, but don't ever say that I called black women ugly or roaches or anything that y'all have been trying to put on me because I never said that. And I know Julian's here, so I'm sure that was added to it. But yeah, I've never said that. I agree with everything that you said.
Yeah, but
Thank
Rory,
you.
yeah, but Rory, you didn't, and this is G here, but Rory, you didn't lead with the apology.
Peace,
So,
peace, peace, peace.
yeah, so
No,
you.
no, no, no. Because what was led was that everyone was saying that I call black women ugly or
No, that's not what it was
roaches.
led
Like,
with, bro. I was here when Ev and them people was up here, and they brought up the receipts of the tweets, and you were just like
They was retarded and
you were being,
everything.
bro. And this is the thing, you're denying,
no,
you're
I was being
basically you're
condescending because
denying
I
what
never
we
said
all
that.
saw here. Like you were being condescending,
Okay, never
you
mind.
were
Go
you were
ahead.
deflecting, you were being
All right, go ahead. You
sarcastic,
got it.
right? You were being sarcastic, and
I'll always be sarcastic with something I never said.
no, but there was things that you actually said, and you were being sarcastic with that as well. You were saying like, "Oh, did I delete tweets?" You tell me, like, bro, like, again, we don't have to rehash the shit because I just came up to address not even you. I came to address like really, and it's not to shift the fucking lens off of Rory, but it's really more so like uh, uh, when you have niggas like Maul and people like that around a motherfucker like Rory, that's what happens, right? You have niggas that they just don't have no standard that they hold their friends to. No, that's not what it was
Roaches,
led
like,
with, bro. I was here when Ev and them people was up here and they brought up the receipts of the tweets, and you were just like
They was retarded and
you were being,
everything.
bro. And this is the thing, you're denying.
no, I
You're
was being
basically you're
condescending because
denying
I
what
never
we
said
all
that.
saw here. Like you were being condescending,
Okay, never
you
mind.
were
Go ahead.
deflecting, you were being
All right, go ahead. You
sarcastic,
got it.
right? You were being sarcastic, and
I'll always be sarcastic with something I never said.
no, but there was things that you actually said, and you were being sarcastic with that as well. You were saying like, "Oh, did I delete tweets?" You tell me, like, bro, like, again, we don't have to rehash the shit because I just came up to address not even you. I came to address like really, and it's not to shift the fucking lens off of Rory, but it's really more so like uh, uh, when you have niggas like Maul and people like that around.
Like, no, nobody was, nobody was even thinking about that. It was jokes back and forth at the time in 2014 amongst our crew. The black woman that I was living with probably was the one that took my phone to do that shit.
Did she do
I
it or
get
you
it.
did it? Which one is it?
And Rocky, you know who the fuck I'm talking about too. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Did she
No, I
do
mean
it
I
or
get
you
it,
did it?
but
Rocky, you met her. Like, what are we talking about right now? This is insane.
Give
As a
him that
white man,
vote.
This is fucking
as a
Oh,
white man,
insane.
folk, you can't joke like that.
is that
As a
Bugsy?
white man, you can't joke like that in no sense, folk. And if you do joke like that,
Stats. Oh
and
wait,
black
cool.
people
I'm
are
with you. I'm
offended,
with you. I'm
you
with
need
you.
to
I'm
be
with you.
no, 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 no,
I'm
no,
with you.
no. You
I'm
talked
with you.
enough, bro. You talked enough. If
Go
black
ahead.
people are
I mean,
offended by it, you need to apologize to the black people that you offended. That's simple, bro. You sitting here trying to
Exactly.
double down on the shit and you looking real smug and real fucking rape. Like, the shit is plain and simple, bro. You either gonna apologize for the shit that offended people. Don't sit around here talking about it's a fake tweet. It's on your page, bro. We know how the
And
internet
you
work.
tried to
The fact that you sitting here,
delete it.
wait, hold on. The fact that you sitting here and you trying to insult our fucking intelligence, bro, is what's pissing me off, bro. I sat in this bitch and I ain't even hop up in the speakers because I ain't even want to address it. But you sitting around this bitch trying to tiptoe around this shit, and it's motherfuckers around here, actual black people that are allowing you to tiptoe around this shit. If you said the shit and you said the shit in a time where